Hello, my name is Bree, and welcome to my homestead. This is Silverhawk Farm. It is a 4-acre homestead in northeast Kansas. I am slowly converting what is mostly field into a regenerative farm. We raise chickens and goats. Chickens for eggs and goats for future milk. We're still working on the buck pen, and we'll keep you posted about that. I live here with my spouse and my 2 sons. We also have a cat and 2 dogs, one of whom is very, very new, tiny little puppy. You'll be seeing her soon, I'm sure. I hope that you enjoyed the little introduction of my morning chores this morning and seeing what we get up to around the farm. And today I thought I would just kind of, for my first video, like introduce myself, say hello, kind of tell you what I'm about, and I figured we could plant some strawberries because I am woefully overdue for getting these into soil. So I'm in northeast Kansas. It is late April 2023, and it's finally time to plant. We just had our last frost last weekend, and I am really eager to get planting. There's a few things. I thought this would be interesting. I'm planting a green stalk planter today. I'm not affiliated with them. Would love to be someday, but not today. I bought this with my money. And I already have one that's a couple years old out front that I'm going to be moving in back, and I'm going to be doing lettuce and mostly lettuce and herbs there. But this guy, I really like the black, and I thought that it would make a lovely contrast with some strawberry plants. So I've got a lot of soil. I've got my brand new green stalk that I actually ordered last year. It's been sitting in the garage. I've got this thing, which is the base for the green stalk planters so that I can move it around and spin it. It's something that I wish that I had gotten with my original one, and I ended up grabbing 2 so that I can have them up for both of mine. Moving forward, I apologize for all the farm noises. I'm not the only person who works around here. One of the things that's worth noting is that I got bare root strawberry plants, and I didn't get them in the ground within the recommended amount of time. It was totally on me. They arrived here so healthy. I'm very happy with the company I got them from. When this batch doesn't work out, I plan to order from the same company and get them replaced. And once I have a prettier thing to show you, I'll talk more about the company. But these are some bare root strawberries that I'm sitting in a container of water in my kitchen for entirely too long. There's still a decent amount of green on them, and honestly, I would imagine that most of them are still going to produce. So I'm still going to get them in soil, but if any of them dies, that's just totally on me. For literally, it's been sitting there for a couple of weeks. And then, to fill in, I also picked up some very, very thriving, fully matured strawberry plants from a local nursery. So I'm going to be doing both of those within this planter. Obviously, these guys aren't going to have a problem getting established. So if nothing else, we'll get strawberries from that, and then I'll fill in with other plants. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to read the instructions, try and figure out how this is going to go together. We'll get that all set up, and then we'll start getting this filled with soil. It's a lot of soil. It can hold a lot of soil, so I'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute. But let's get this going, and I'll see you in a sec. Alright friends, welcome back. As you can see, this thing is tall. When I'm sitting down, it is taller than I am. When I'm standing, it is not far off. So that's the one benefit. If you ever look at green stock planters, they are pricier than most planters that you would find on the internet. They're manufactured here in the United States. They're locally owned, or like family owned company. Not local to me, local to someone if you're in Knoxville. And honestly, I've seen a lot of like YouTubers and stuff posting them and ended up getting one to try it, and I just love it so much. I don't need I don't need containers to garden in. I have lots of garden space, but I find that having something that's really close to my kitchen door or my front door so I can go out without going all the way to the garden is really like been beneficial to me. I'm gonna start with planting up here with these, and we'll probably alternate. So there's 6 cells, so I'll probably do 3 cells of miracle plants on these and then fill in with the remainder of the bare root stuff. I'm gonna start with these guys. I got them from a local nursery that I happen to drive next to, and I just love buying plants. And I was also kind of concerned about my bare root stuff not doing what I want it to do because I neglected it, which is gonna be a theme here on the farm, so welcome. I lost my spade. That's also going to be a theme. Oh, there it is. So like I said, my name's Bree. You're new here. I'm new here. I'm not totally new to content creation. I've been doing some stuff on Twitch for a couple years now. I feel like I've always kind of wanted something like a homestead. Not like I grew up wanting to be a farmer, but like I always wanted to be around animals more than people. And, my husband is from rural South Dakota and grew up on an acreage, so is not so much a farm person. They're not really big into... How do I phrase? They're not really big into like... They're very supportive of the animals. They do a lot of stuff. They love the goats and stuff, but as far as the nitty-gritty farm stuff, not what lights them up. And then we have 2 sons here. And, yeah. We've been here for a few years now. Very fortunate to have moved in before COVID made places like this very hard to attain. And I've been kind of throwing around the idea for a few years now of starting a YouTube channel for my homestead. And I kind of got stuck on feeling like it would be like every other YouTube channel for homesteads. That's what kind of held me up. It held me up for a couple years. I've been thinking about this channel for a couple years now. And I think I settled on a title of an upcoming video, and that's kind of what moved me to feel motivated or feel competent at this. And the title is Depression Cleaning. Like, I basically, like, I struggle with mental health. I have multiple chronic conditions. It is hard for me to do this thing that I'm doing. And I feel like there's a lot of us for whom that's true. Like, there's a lot of us who aren't doing this because our bodies were made for it, or like because it's easy for us, or because we inherited land. We do it because we really, really want to. So yeah, so I kind of decided that one of my goals with this channel is to hopefully help some people who maybe don't feel seen or don't feel like they have a place in the kind of traditional homesteading community. I hope that the misfit weirdos of the homesteading community can find a home here. That is ultimately what I decided on. It's why I'm going to be super honest out the gate. So yeah, if you're a misfit weirdo of the homesteading community, or you love a misfit weirdo, welcome in. Happy to have you here. Welcome to my farm. We're planting some strawberries. My son's going to eat them, and I hope my dogs won't. Alright, so this is a cluster of bare root plants. I neglected these. They're not supposed to look moldy. We're pretending we don't see it, but they do look like a bunch of roots kind of stuck together. And you kind of just piece apart each plant. And as you kind of piece it apart, it just kind of like falls into what it's supposed to be. if you've ever worked with a cluster of bare root plants like this, you'll kind of understand what I mean once you've done it a couple times. It's just one of those, like, it just works out. So I'm gonna set this here. It's very wet, so I'm not worried about it drying out while I'm planting. I'm gonna be quick. We have the soil ready, so it's fine. And I am just filling in with these guys. I'm not super hopeful. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I murdered most of them. It can be kind of hard to tell which way is up on these, but there's a very distinct, like, root and then a crown, and you want to be conscious of getting the crown, this bulb part, underneath the soil. That's us done. I got the bare roots in there. Some of them are looking pretty sad. A couple of the smaller ones I put 2 to a cell. Honestly, I think if 2 strawberry plants were in one cell, they'd honestly probably still be fine. Obviously, these very alive green guys are going to do just fine, and I will be happy for the excuse to buy more plants to fill them in if the bare root ones don't work out. Here's to Misfit homesteaders, and welcome again. I'm really excited for this channel, and I've got some really cool stuff planned, so I hope you stick around. Like and subscribe, or whatever it is YouTubers say, and I will see you soon. Love you, bye.